the world. So that's how it started. That's my connection to it.
Yes.
It has the soul. It has the soul. Your movie has the soul.
Yes. Actually, can you please repeat that one more time?
This movie really has the soul. I could feel each emotion in each character and the cuteness. Really, really soulful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And that's exactly what I wanted to talk to the others about as well. So what was your connection to it, and how did you guys get involved, and what made you really want to do this project?
Oh, I think I'm gonna defer to Jane for that one, and then to Jojo and then Taizé.
I met Celeste. Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I know it's late. Thank you so much for staying.
Get home safe. In the rain. Yes, I met Celeste through a friend, and Celeste said she was making a movie, and I told her I was a musician and I had a few albums and some songs, and I gave her one of my albums called California, and she called me the next day and just said that she'd been looking for a song for 3 years, for the right song for the movie, and one of my songs, Not a Day Goes By, just fit perfectly, and then she seemed to enjoy all the other music, and it just felt like there was a good natural partnership, and we explored the theme of the film, and she had a very strong vision about how the music would be a very important part of it, and then we had a dialogue, and kind of it opened up from there.
Yep. But you know, the song, Not a Day Goes By, I should download it on all the platforms. I cried for 2 weeks straight. I swear to God, it touched me so much. And yeah, and I said, I gotta have this song in the movie. It was supposed to be just the end credits. I remember. Yeah, but we did it all.
Isaiah, and then Jojo.
And also she's an ED, right?
Yeah, and you're also the executive producer. And Celeste, thank you so much for sharing this story with all of us. And I know it wasn't easy, right guys? And how did it touch you as a creative?
I was the first assistant director, so it was my job to make sure everybody was being safe and being on schedule, and we brought everything in on budget and on time. And I was actually an associate of one of your associates, Suzanne De Laurentiis, that I've been working with for like 15 years. Yeah, and she brought me on board, and I read this beautiful script, and I worked with the director, Gio, and I worked with you, and we worked on a schedule trying to get all of this stuff in the can. And one thing I would like to say, and I'm not saying it because this ship is going to allow me to sit down. One thing I have to say is that most of what you saw on screen, like the part where he brings the buns and the coffee after they first make love, that whole garden scene when they're walking through and talking, most of what you see was shot in Los Angeles. Yeah, most of the locations we found were shot right here in LA. And I just think that is so telling of what a diverse and multicultural and amazing place Los Angeles is. So I think we all need to come together and try and bring productions like this back to LA.
Yes!
And Jojo, this was a very powerful piece to tell Celeste's story. You know, huge boulder on your shoulders, and how did you connect to the piece and to this story?
Well, I remember I was just doing my regular day as a dad, playing with my kids, and I received a call from Ate Lurazon. Like, I have a friend looking for an actor who will do this great scene. Are you available to talk to her? Yeah. So Celeste talked to me, and yeah, from there she told me the story. And me as an actor back in the Philippines, I have never done any rom-com before. So I mean, when she told me the story, I got interested. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. And while we were doing it, she she talked to me in the studio. Remember that? And you told me the real thing, everything that happened, that occurred. Like, oh yeah, don't worry. I will try to give justice to the to Kuya V. I mean Mr. V. So I think that's my connection to the film. And I really love the role I played. I hope I gave justice to you.
Good job.
You did a
Great
fantastic
job.
Thank you. And let me use this opportunity to thank everyone who's here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being there. And Celeste, I mean, it's not easy to tell your story, man. Like, and I just like watching you and seeing you smile, and I didn't know that all of this had happened, and it just broke you into pieces.
Yeah, it's a story that I wanted to share because you can come from like the phoenix rising out of ashes kind of story. You're always going to have a dark period in your life, no matter what, or as human beings. And there's always that ray of hope, but you also have to have determination, and you also have to want to contribute something to the world in order to get through that dark period. And that's what pulled me through. I mean, without a commitment to, just inspire people or to just, I don't know, it just became what I needed to do, and it was scary.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. Was it scary?
To show my whole entire life, and somebody just mentioned to me, oh boy, you were wild. I said, oh, that was my past life, I mellowed out, trust me.
She looks nice, but no.
But it's just something that I really felt compelled to do. And there were challenges along the way, but it's all about the growth that you experience as a person and how you look at the lessons that your life teaches you.
So, let's talk about growth. And I wanted to ask Isaiah, Jojo, and Mr. Golding, what for you guys is the message that you want all of us, that you wanted us to learn from watching this film and taking it in?
I just have to say that the opportunity to write some of the songs for the movie, really, I think that those songs actually, Love and Karma, which I sang earlier, and the Space Butterfly song at the end, I wrote those, and Celeste helped with lyrics, and that really encapsulates the spirit. I think this idea that no matter what the challenges, there's always possibilities. We can actually, through the difficulties, actually they can enable us to grow more and find meaning, and life doesn't end. It's just in our hearts and minds. So we have a responsibility and a freedom to impact our life and the world with our good intention. So that's what Love and Karma is. And Space Butterfly, just fly through and keep flapping.
That we have a responsibility to make an impact. So that is so beautiful. Isaiah, what message would you like?
I direct music videos, and I work with a lot of models here in Los Angeles, and I go to a lot of runway shows and whatnot. And the one thing that is interesting about what I've seen is I've seen models who come from London, Warsaw, New York, who are the typical, 6 feet, beautiful, thin. But when you come to LA, and I've spoken to these models, you come to LA and that doesn't exist. You don't have to be that perfect specimen.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I want to give one example.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know who this is. But
So,
I'm not done, by the way.
Yes, my name is Isha Chabra.
You're beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Isn't
much.
she
Your hands.
gorgeous?
Thank you. So I'm from from India and I'm here for last 6 years in LA. And my mentor told me, he's a big name, he's like an award winner. He told me, do not post your music video. People will troll you in India that you are fat, you're looking auntie. And I shot that music video and I released it on my YouTube platform from my production house, Global Globe Films. And it has crossed 1 million plus views. And all the Indian newspaper like Deadline varieties like Times of India, Midday, and Tribune, they are writing so good about me that young filmmaker from USA is like shot such a beautiful music
Right?
video.
That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Dan, let's go back to the question. Thank you so much.
So, right on. So the thing that I'm trying to convey is that when you come to LA, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what part of your life you're in. You can just be what you want to be. And I think that is completely captured by what Celeste was able to do. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. You can just make things happen. And that's what she did. She just made it happen. And I thank her for being an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you, Celeste. All right, Jojo, hot seat's on you, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Isha, right?
Yeah.
No,
People try to dim your light every time you shine.
thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Shine bright, baby. Shine bright.
The short, just never lose hope. I mean, if I'm going Mr. V mode right now, our life here on earth is temporary, you know. But what important is what we do here that we can bring to eternal life. Back to Jojo mode. Never lose hope.
Celeste, can you take us back to that part in the movie where you got that phone call? That part of your life when you got that phone call.
Oh my God. You know, it was like, I'll make it very brief.
No, you don't have to, because we're here for her, right, guys? It's very short. You do not have to make this brief, please.
Well, you know, I've always reserved like about 2% of my trust and my love, and I didn't want to give 100% surrender until that one night when we talked, and I just said, you know, this is the guy for me, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to go for 100%. And that was the last phone call that I ever had with V. And we looked into each other's eyes, and we did not even say anything to each other. I just said, you know, I'm going to bed now, I'm tired. We looked at each other, we just, with our eyes, knew that, you know, we had this deep love for each other. And then we smiled, and then click. And then 3 hours later, I got that phone call that he had died. And I felt like just a big punch in my stomach, like wrenching punch, like I just punched over and over and over again. And, you know, it was just really devastating. I couldn't even put my head together. I didn't know what to think. I just spun around, my head was just spinning around. And I just let out that big cry that Belinda executed ever so beautifully. I mean, I gotta give it to Belinda. Belinda, you are the artist. You are amazing. Yes, thank you so much for doing that. You got me. You so got me. So thank you. No, it was just total. You know, it took a while for me to get over that.
And guys, you're also here for our beautiful sets of this entire production team. And Belinda, Ralph, shout out to you as well. I want to open it up to the audience, guys, because this is also about you experiencing this beautiful, beautiful, incredible story that Celeste really put her art out. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please raise your hand, and I want to give you a chance to ask Celeste and this incredible team of filmmakers here. Unless if you want to say something first, Celeste.
Say that again?
When did you get the balls to say, I'm going to make a movie? When did that moment come?
Sometime in December of 2021. I I was so down and out, and going like, I gotta do something about my life. I gotta do something with my life. I need to go forward. I don't know what to do, so I turned my pain into creative endeavors, and that's what happened.
Do you guys have any other questions? Please, I'd love to open it up to the audience as well. Does anyone want to ask anything? All right, do you guys have any questions? All right, right here.
How challenging was it to film during COVID? I mean, shut down and all that crazy stuff.
The question is, how challenging was it to film during COVID with a shutdown and all that stuff?
Well, actually, we wanted to film on location in the Philippines and in Bali and in San Francisco. And it was a very ambitious project to pull off for the kind of budget that we set. And my producer, Suzanne De Laurentiis, convinced me that, COVID is still pretty much lingering around and its head's still poking up. And so we decided to not go on location. I did not want to take the risk of having to pay for everybody if they got sick and got stuck over in some other country. I just don't have that kind of pocketbook. So I decided to pull back.
Love it. And so what other challenges were you guys able to face as well, besides, the budget?
There was, in any project, you're always going to face challenges. And it's mainly a lot of that is budget. It stems from that, actually. Yeah.
And how about and the character that you guys were portraying? What was the biggest challenge for you, Jojo?
Like I mentioned a while ago, it was my first time to do a rom-com.
Oh.
So usually back in the Philippines or other films, movies or series I'm like a bad guy or a policeman or those kind of roles, or heavy drama. So this is my first time to do a love, romance, and then comedy as well. That's why it's very challenging for me, at least.
And music is such a powerful part of this film. What made you know? What gave you the clue that this is the right song? This is the right music that belongs in Love and Karma?
Well, thank you. First of all, I love challenges. They really motivate me and inspire me to bring out my best. And I want to acknowledge the team of musicians and music and sound people, and particularly the other artists that were involved in this. Mike Power, who we played earlier. Thank you, Mike.
All right.
And Honoré, and I'd like to give sometimes it's people in the background that make things happen. There's also a chap called Rasek, who...
Rasek, is Rasek here?
Rasek, right?
Is Rasek here?
Well, let's give a round of applause for Rasek. Great job, Rasek.
Thank you.
Good buddy of ours.
But yes, I think it was Celeste's vision that she wanted to have music, songs, compositions, embodying the lyrics and the spirit of the movie. So it was wonderful to have that canvas. And actually, we found that some of our songs just worked really well within the movie. Songs that we recorded earlier, and we just sort of everything worked really, really well and organically. And then we composed stuff as well, and it was a challenge just to get everything in the right place. But it was a wonderful experience to kind of expand and integrate those, and actually personally just to be able to write and record music, and always felt that Hollywood would be a good place to be, and that's why I'm here. So thank you, Celeste.
So how about you, Celeste? How did you know that this is the right kind of music, this is the right kind of song? Did you even just make the conscious decision that, music is going to be a big part of this?
Oh, yes. Let me just take a step back. I do have a degree in music, and I've been playing piano since I was 4. So music has been a very big part of my life, and I've just kind of tucked it away for about 25 years. So now when I decided to do this movie, I wanted music to be kind of in partner with the film, with the story. And So I had a vision that while there's no dialogue during the movie, and the actors are just interacting with each other, or, you know, I just really wanted to have songs that would fit the mood. And when I only approached James here for one song, and then he showed me all his other songs, and you know, I'm going, you know what, this fits here, and this fits here. And then he showed me more songs, and this fits in here. And I just kind of, like you said, it worked organically, and it's a really good synergy between my vision and what was there, that in the space, actually, yeah. So, and you know, and writing and collaborating on the lyrics with James was also very. But it was a learning experience, so much so that I wrote my own song. I learned from this man. I wrote my own song. So, you know, yeah, I have a couple compositions now. Yeah.
But you also can't play the piano and all that stuff, so it's not like you just discovered music.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm a classically trained pianist, and you know, but I opened my horizons and my mind to other types of music. And you know, when you're a classical pianist, you have to be a little bit of a snob. You know? So that's what I did. I explored and expanded my music abilities in songwriting, and you know, writing lyrics and all that. So that was new for me. So thank you.
All right, and the final question here, unless if someone else has a question in the crowd. Yes, sir.
What was the budget?
Secret. We can't ask that question. This is Hollywood. Come on now.
Luck. That was the budget. Luck.
Luck.
I have a question for Celeste.
Yes.
Your movie was very inspiring, especially because I see you look very happy and so full of light everywhere you're walking around. And my question would be, as a young woman going through, you know, the best times in her life and the darkest times of my life, I eventually want to share my own story for women younger than me to help inspire them the same way this movie inspired me to keep going and growing and glowing and just being the best version of myself no matter what life gives to me. I guess my question would be, what advice would you give young women that want to share their story to help influence other women around them?
Okay, first of all, I would suggest that you journal. Yes, write your thoughts down every day. You know, I don't know if this is fortunate or not, but we do have ChatGPT now, so you can ask it for prompts. And it's really helpful when you journal, because then you can look back on your growth, and you can actually see your line of thinking, you know, where it goes and what circumstances affected your thinking and your growth. So I would advise that. And if you want to make a film, do your research.
Yes.
You know, if I actually did research and not jumped into making this film, I probably would not have done it. Okay? Because there's so many factors involved. But if you want to do something and you're committed to it, just jump in. But also do your research.
Yes.
I remember, Celeste, you were asking me a question during one of the events, Bill Am events, like, Mark, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? So it really is, but it's a miracle for an entire film to be shown. I mean, you guys are, so the filmmakers that are here, you guys know how hard it is to make a single short film. Imagine an entire feature, right? And so the question was, what is it that as young women they can do to make a film?
To be as inspired,
To be-
inspirational as Celeste.
To be as inspirational as you, Celeste.
What would young women do? Be authentic to
Yes.
yourself, please. And,
Yeah.
always be in integrity, okay? And then save a lot of money.
And find a really amazing first baby.
Yes.
You got it.
I saw some hands. All right.
The love that you displayed was so palpable and so beautiful, and just the emotions were so real. Did you, throughout making this film, feel Victor's spirit was still around you?
Did you feel that Victor's spirit was still around you while making this film?
Absolutely. You know, one of the symbols that I use, or that, do I call it a symbol? Anyway, the butterfly.
Like a metaphor, a symbol, yeah.
Yeah, the butterfly was my symbol to know that V was around. And the first day of filming, Belinda actually related this to me, that a white butterfly had flown in front of her as if giving approval. And then on the last day of filming, in the garden, we're doing Celebration of Life, there was a white butterfly that just wouldn't leave the set. It just kept fluttering. And then, also in the shrine scene, if you notice, there were butterflies in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes, his spirit was with us the whole entire time.
That was my favorite part of the film, was the butterfly, the symbol of the butterfly. And so what were you guys' favorite part of watching this? And that affected you the most?
Sorry.
The end.
The end.
Yeah, just seeing it all flow through from start to finish, and also I'm sort of keenly aware of the music and how it flowed through the movie, and I just love the way it all came together, and we finished with Space Butterfly at the end. I think the other idea is that our actions, and particularly the young lady there, and all of us actually, our actions, our words, thoughts and deeds, everything that we're thinking and saying and doing actually makes an infinite imprint in the world. And so I think that the most important thing is our determination. What is our determination? What is our, I suppose, our prayer as well, to really impact in the best way that we can. If we have a great purpose, then we will make that difference. And so, yes, just seeing all that come together was the testimony of a lot of work and vision and commitment and determination and of many people, and the unity of everybody in their own unique way coming together. So yes, there's a saying, when skill and work come together, expect a masterpiece. So yes, let's keep working, but also really develop our skill and intention. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Jojo, do you guys have a favorite scene?
I mean, yeah, I love all the scenes. Shout out to all the actors who are also here. We love all the scenes, right, Mateya?
Stand, please. If you're a part of the film, actors, please stand.
Stand up.
Yeah.
All right, Lori. Thank you guys for being here.
Well, my favorite part of the movie was when I got to act with Belinda. See, on the day, we were just rushing at the location. So the scene where she's on a date with all these idiots, we shot the guys first. We lit it, we shot it, and as soon as they were done with their scene, we let them go off set. And we didn't think anything of it. So when we did the reverse to shoot Belinda in her exquisite beauty there was nobody there. The actors were gone. There was nobody to feed for the lines. So I wasn't doing anything. I'm first AD. I don't do anything during takes anyway. So I read the dialogue. And then the director, Gio, was like, "No, we need more. We need something else." So, unfortunately, I started ad-libbing the creepiest fucking shit I could say on a date that I will not repeat. In fact, Belinda saw me earlier and said, "Oh, God." But the reactions of her face that you saw on camera, on the screen, is not from the guys that she was with. It was from me.
I gotta ask you, what is your favorite scene in the film?
Oh, that's a hard one.
All right. Should I ask one more question from the audience while you think about it? All right. Go ahead.
All right, go for it.
That's working.
Hello. My name is Dante. I work with Easy Way News. I'm doing a story on the film. I've actually been talking with Celeste for the last couple months about it. Her book, if you read it, Butterfly, is pretty good. It will tell you
Your book.
The film showed. The book that she wrote, Butterfly, about the film will show you. It goes more in depth than what the story is. The lady at top wanted to say that don't be afraid of music. Music is going to lead you in your story, okay? Your thoughts in the proper perspective will lead to the positive direction of your future, and life is death without adventure, and adventure comes to those that are willing to take chances. Celeste, what she was able to do to get this film completed, and what it took was
Can
at
you
least,
speak?
what it took was at least the 4 Ds.
What was that?
I said what it took for Celeste to complete this project was at least the 4 Ds. Desire to do something, determination to go through with it, dedication to stick with it, and the discipline that comes from it. Music runs all the way through it because as she learned how to play the piano coming up, music ran through her story and runs through her story all the way through her story. So don't be afraid of the music. Don't be afraid of the pain, okay? And congratulations, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really. Easy Way News, the story will be out when she says that it's okay, probably in the next couple of days. Easy Way News, letter E, letter Z, way.
He's talking about your book, Celeste, and how great it is, and it's called Butterfly. And it's an incredible book, and then he took the 4 Ds for you to complete this film, which were, what were the 4 Ds?
Desire, determination, dedication, discipline.
Desire, determination, dedication, and discipline. Do you agree, Celeste?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, discipline.
All right. And, all right, so thank you guys so much, Celeste. Do you have a favorite scene before we go?
The mother-daughter interactions. That
Yeah.
was really
I like that part, you know?
And you had that connection back with your daughter.
Yes.
And you like it.
That's so nice.
I love that so much. Guys, please, your biggest round of applause.
Enjoy some dessert outside in the lobby. Grab a few. I don't know what happened to my coffee, guys.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you guys for coming tonight.
Say hi to me.
It's getting late.